Here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the, no. Here comes the, oh. Here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the, no. Here comes the, oh. Here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. E-double-L. I said so. I keep big bills up in my heart on the dirty like blood. So ain't got no twist in my head, but I'm still dreadful. And I got plenty of bread, so I go to bed full. I'm in it to win it, to win it. I'm all in. I might call you my cuz, young blood, but we ain't kin. You think of jumping, man, you best think again. The dirty, I'm the type of man that might go broke for revenge. Had some not so nice friends, kick the door off the hinge, take the door off your bins, pop up my phone and your friends, man, please. This shit ain't cynical, man, no subliminal. I'm physical, financial, and mental to be a general. Hey, the mama claims she want a soldier, not the type be in the tank, but in that rover. Man, please, I'm in the zone like AIDS full blown. I'm killing it like a blind man reading. I'm feeling it like, oh yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. He think he got her when he knew he soft as butter. He ain't never been a fighter. You can go and ask his mother. I'm a lover and a fighter, producer and a writer. Give a girl a quick fix and give your man a nice shiner. You know y'all don't really want it, and I can tell just by looking at you that you the type to run and go and tell just by looking at you. You on a mission for recognition by dissing. Didn't have no problem till the record started breaking, but y'all don't really want it. So let me tell you the deal. I'm also serious. I'm dirty. I'm no longer for real. I'm like a hop, skip, and a jump. A clock grip on the pump. From leaving you in the trunk. Somewhere prepared to dump. But y'all don't really want it. So quit acting like you're deaf. I'm looking to my right. Trying to see who's left. So you better watch it for I stick to the plan. And be the next artist to run up in your stand. Like, yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that.
Oh, it is a great Thursday night here on MBL Live. It's MBL Live broadcast 277 here on the MBL Network. Before we get there, of course, we have our MBL Live pregame show brought to you each and every week by our new sponsor of the pregame show and our merchandise sponsor, Came From Nothing Clothing, premium streetwear. You can see some examples of the MBL line of clothing. You can find all that on their website, cfnclothing.com. Boy, it's a great selection. It's really high-quality stuff. I absolutely love it, and you should get yourself everything they got on there. Hats, t-shirts, track jackets. They got sweatpants that I wear way more often than I'd like to admit. You can check it out, cfnclothing.com. Thank you so much to Came From Nothing Clothing, Came From Nothing Premium Streetwear. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. I'm OSU. I'm hanging out with my man, the commissioner of the NBL Bomber. We got a great NBL Live Super Show. Two really phenomenal matchups. On one side, you're going to see an AFC South matchup between the two teams tied at the top right now. It's the Tennessee Titans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. And on the other side, how about this matchup? It is the 5-1 Dallas Cowboys taking on the 5-2 Washington Redskins. Bomber, these are two really high-powered matchups early in the season, and we're going to find out a lot, mainly about the Titans, the Colts, and the Redskins, about if these guys are the real deal, and we're going to see them in the playoffs.
And three of these four teams have been covered on building the franchise. This Madden cycle, we've covered the Colts. The Cowboys was year one. We've also covered the Redskins. All of them had phenomenal years with us, so I'm excited to see how these games play out. We're waiting for an isolated reconnect controller one to continue. We got Double A readied up over there.
Oh, is he cringing over there when he leaves the room? Does he turn it off?
Yeah, maybe. Actually, you know what? I apologize. I jumped the gun there. I said unisolated controller unplugged, or his battery died. He probably just left the room, saving battery life. Shout out to Cringe. That's what we do. But I'm excited about the Cowboys-Redskins game. Most likely going to be the most competitive game. You got a 5-2 team taking on a 5-1 team, and interdivision matchup, even though both of these games are. But these are two powerhouse teams, both looking for more than just the playoffs. I think the Redskins even have somewhat Super Bowl conference aspirations as well. They can get it done. I think they have the team on paper. They just have to translate it to the field positively. On the other side, Titans, Colts, it could be a good one, as I know everybody's rooting for AA to go down. I mean, isn't that just the facts?
It's like the NBL motto at this point. I mean, here's what I'll say. You can make fun of I said all you want for the controller turning off, but I'm more concerned about AA with the tout ready up, because we saw Bananas accidentally ready up early when he went with it. So I'm just saying.
Because the controller drops. We're already seeing controller issues. Everything over there is red flag right now that this game's going to likely start early.
100%.
The controller drops, accidentally hit A. They've readied up now. What happens? Whose fault is it? AA says, hey, I just
ready up.
Ready.
They better start playing, because we're going to keep rolling with this pregame show.
Absolutely.
Let's get right to it. Let's take a look at our players to watch for today's NBL Live Super Show. Broadcast 277. Starting out with that Titans-Colts games, and this Tennessee Titans team, led defensively by Jaylen Brown at middle linebacker, 29 tackles, 2 sacks, 1 interception. Really the vocal leader of this defense. Bomber, the Titans, I don't really know what to make of them, because they come out in some game and they had a great win over the Jacksonville Jaguars, a team they've struggled with in this cycle. They split actually their 2 games, won a huge win. It just seems like with the Titans, I don't really know what to expect on a week-to-week basis, but the big part of this Titans team this year is they really have a rushing attack that's to pay attention to.
Yeah, you look at their running game and you think, okay, that's their identity. We always wonder what teams are doing to get dubs who are sitting at 3-3, 4-3. 3-3 is not a bad record if you have an identity offensively, if you have an identity defensively. But right now, this team, the Tennessee Titans, are averaging 30 points per game. I actually had to double check this. I'm looking at it right now. 30 points per game, and guess where it places in the NBL right now? Want to take a wild guess?
You gotta think it's well, if the I think the Dolphins were at like 34, so you gotta think it's 2 or 3.
It's first.
It's first. Wow.
Well, that is head scratching. Defense, though, here's my issue with everybody inside that division. You see the same thing with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Their defense is giving up 26 points per game, so the differential isn't that high. 30-26. I think the Colts going to put up a lot of points tonight, but Tennessee, yeah. So here's their identity. They're able to put up points this season, but at the same time, their defense is giving up a lot of points. So we really, once things kind of settle down around mid-season to late season, every team starts finding their groove, we'll know if this team's really an offensive powerhouse like they're kind of leading on early in this year.
On the flip side for the Indianapolis Colts, how about Eric Ebron, the former Detroit Lion in Indianapolis? He's got 25 catches, 276 yards, only 1 touchdown of the year. His receiving average is 11. I assume that's 11.0. It's just weird not seeing a decimal there. This Colts team, I think, Bomber, for this entire cycle, I think the Colts, the NBL's idea of the Colts has been waiting for this team to take the next step. Are they a real powerhouse? We saw those middle linebackers really eating early in the cycle. Now people have sort of figured out they're staying away from the turnovers. My question for you is this Colts team a legit contender in an AFC that's seeing a little step back in terms of some of the top teams taking maybe that one big step back this season?
I think the AFC East got a lot better. The Dolphins, Patriots, they had another close game today. Even though last one was a blowout, I understand the Miami Dolphins balled out on them 30-0, but the Patriots have a very talented team. It's 20-18 today, and that's the closest I've seen somebody really play Miami all 4 quarters. Now, the Indianapolis Colts, can they make a big run? They're giving up 26 points per game as well. They have that AFC, what is the AFC South we're looking at here? They got that AFC South kind of blues in which they might score 26 to 30 points per game offensively, but they're giving up 26 to 30 defensively. And to me, that's a recipe for disaster. That's a recipe for a quick exit in the playoffs. So while I do have them as the favorite to win their division, I think on the flip side of that, they're looking like a one-and-done team right now, unless their defense can kind of crank down and get between. I like the Draco, 14 to 16 points per game. I always think that's a nice one if you can get a 10-point differential between your points scored and your points allowed.
Dubers in the chat says, Cowboys and tits get the win.
What the is this? Watch your
I'm not
profanity.
surprised. Of course he says it.
Watch
I mean,
your profanity. Just watch your profanity.
I mean, I actually just watched the movie 40-Year-Old Virgin. There's a couple guys that really come to mind inside the community. Dubes, you're definitely on the list. You are in grid, so you have that factor where I don't 100% know you well enough to make that assertion, but I do believe, based on the little bit that I know, that you're definitely at least leaning towards that direction of the movie. And then, of course, we have our guy Darth Ben.
Yeah.
And Adam,
Yeah,
I think, is
you gotta
already
get
halfway
Darth
there.
Ben and Dark Brawl are both in the chat. Watch the language, guys. They're not 18 yet. They can't see R-rated movies.
And Sklamberg's already more than halfway there. He's 23, 24 years old. Shout out to Darth Ben. Happy birthday to him today.
Yeah, happy
I think
birthday,
he turned
DB.
11.
DB
Yeah,
2.0.
so the real DB.
On the
The
flip
less
side,
gross one without the guy that posts links in it.
that's true. Not cartoon DB, the other one. On the flip side,
The cartoon guy.
Cowboys and Redskins for the Dallas Cowboys. How about Zeke Elliott continues to be the engine for this team? He's averaging almost 6 yards a carry, 500 yards in the season, and 7 touchdowns. And Bomber for the Colts, I think, as is the case, Parker Sheffield, he struggled last game with his accuracy. They brought in Dak Prescott against the Titans. He led them to a big comeback win. For the Colts, because they're leaning on this rookie, you got to think the running game, establishing that, takes some pressure off him, is going to be a key today.
Absolutely. You look around offensively for this team, that's what they have to do to get it done. Andrew McBride at quarterback, 6'2", 215 pounds, 21 years old. This kid's a 101.9 QBR, 12 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. I like what I see early. The only thing I look out for is the fumbles so far. I mean, the sack fumbles have plagued Andrew McBride early in his career. If he can kind of clean that up and hold on to the ball, and Le'Veon Bell and Wayne Gallman Jr. can kind of do their thing as a 1-2 punch, probably more of a 1-3 punch, Le'Veon Bell getting the bulk of the carries, I think he is going to take some pressure off this young quarterback and off this offense that already seems to be doing pretty well. They're averaging 26 points per game.
Did I just have a stroke?
Unless you weren't talking about the Colts.
Oh, we were talking about the Cowboys, you weirdo. I'm like sitting there,
I'm looking.
you're talking about McBride, and I'm like,
I just woke up like 10 minutes ago.
Oh,
And
no,
I'm
I know.
looking down doing multiple things. All right,
no,
let's get to
Nemo, don't. I think they're confusing Colts and Cowboys. No, listen, we're talking about the Cowboys. It's on the screen. Stop your one. Guess what, Z-Star? You don't get to get talked about. Be a bride. Don't be a bridesmaid. Alan Ritchie for the Washington Redskins. You want to talk about who the Titans have at quarterback? Because
You went. All I heard from the last statement. Let me just kind of redeem myself. All I heard from the last statement was at the end, blah 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 blah, rookie quarterback, and I just go,
There's a rookie.
there's only it was 50-50 here.
Rookie.
So are we
There's a
still on
rookie
the Colts?
somewhere.
Yeah, I just did the coin flip. I ended up coming up short. I went heads. Should have went tails. Never fails. Didn't happen. But Dallas Cowboys, yeah. It's a quality team. We'll see them on the field. Same old thing with the Cowboys.
Zeke
Yeah, I know
Elliott.
they got
Run
new
with
pieces.
Zeke Elliott.
Yeah, you got Zeke Elliott. You walked away from Dak Prescott. Though Dak Prescott came in a week ago and became the savior in a game that you really were struggling against the Tennessee Titans last week, week 7. They were down 21, I think, to 0, 21-3. Dak Prescott came in 15 for 16, 166 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Unisolated says hashtag blame OSU. Let's remind everybody that Unisolated blew a 21-point lead to the Cowboys last week. So congratulations.
Hey, he's our Falcons, but not in the Super Bowl regular season game. That's as close as it gets for him. So
don't be bringing Falcons into here. Alan Ritchie and the Washington Redskins. I mean, this turnaround for the Redskins has been phenomenal. They're 5-2 on the season, almost 2,000 passing yards, 13 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Right here, right now, Bomber. Are the Washington Redskins somebody that people need to pay attention to? Or is this a whole lot of flash in the pan and not a whole lot, and really nothing behind that?
I don't know. I like the Redskins. I think they're balanced attack. I believe that they are on paper. I've seen it happen throughout the game. Now, inconsistencies have plagued this team. You want to take a look at their schedule so far, sitting at 5-2. You're thinking, wow, the Redskins are having a great season, excuse me. But you look at the losses and they're really bad. The Detroit Lions, they lost 32-14 week 4. Week 6, they lost to the Giants 38-13. They got wins over the Jaguars, the Eagles, the Bears. That's a quality win. The Packers, who were playing well at the time, and the Vikings. So not many
quality wins. I'll give them 2.
Yeah, I just 1.5. I mean, the Jaguars are sitting at 3-4 right now. This is a franchise that hasn't made the playoffs 2 seasons in a row. That's the one I assume that you're giving the credit on. I say that's a half C. The Bears, obviously 4-3, proven playoff team in the NFC. That's a big win, and that's a tie-breaking win. So if they're looking at wild card spot for both of these teams, that's when you look back and you go, okay, well, now they got the tiebreaker over the Chicago Bears. That's a big-time deal to me.
Before we talk about the Bleach Report picks, get the picks from Bomber. Let's remind you, coming up this Saturday, Saturday Night Showcase returns or debuts if you tuned in last week on the NBL Network. We got a great AFC West matchup. It's the Broncos and the Chiefs. Chiefs looking to keep hold of that division. Broncos may be the most underrated team right now, 9 o'clock Eastern time.
Another win for the Broncos this week. Shout out to them. They got it done versus the Houston Texans. Another big-time win, 19-13. The game went into overtime. Big-time touchdown on the board. The Denver Broncos just continue to find ways to win. Who are they playing again?
The Chiefs.
The Kansas City Chiefs, man, and the Chiefs have completely owned.
Let's
Denver
point
Broncos.
out.
It would be nice to see it.
I know
around.
it says it on the commercial. It's 9 o'clock. It's not. It's 8 o'clock Eastern time. Saturday Night Showcase always at 8 o'clock. Shout out to Project Fat. 8 o'clock Eastern time on Saturday.
He actually was on a roll. I'm not even upset.
I'm not even mad. No, I'm just.
Really
it's the one day that we switch things around.
Yeah, and I've been fine-tooth combing everything that he does as far as even for building the franchise, which he's doing a lot for right now for building the franchise. Carolina Panthers are trying to get back in it. Big win over the Browns, 24-3 this week. You're looking at his graphics. I'm saying, okay, man, wow, he's almost batting 1,000 right now. And at some point, you realize going to pop some up, and there's going to be easy outs there, right? And there's one.
It's the night we bring the biggest matchups here to the NBL Network. Saturday night, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Let's take a look at who our Bleach Report team picks for these two matchups we have today. NBL Live Broadcast 277. Colts, Titans, Draco, and Gibbs going the way of the Tennessee Titans. Everyone else taking the Indianapolis Colts. As for the other game, if you're looking for somebody to take Nemo and really ride the Redskins train that has been going so well, nobody on the Bleach Report team has any faith whatsoever. It is all Cowboys. Bomber, let's start out with the Colts and the Titans. Let me specify that. Indianapolis Colts, Tennessee Titans. Big matchup. Winner of this division, winner of this game takes the lead in the division going into Week 9. Who comes out on top?
I like the Colts at home in this game. Dad Leagues has an estimated score of the Tennessee Titans defeating the Indianapolis Colts 28-26. I want to get the spread in here. I want to actually incorporate what the spread was on this game coming into this Week 7 matchup. Week 8 matchup, excuse me. Let's see what OSU and company did for this game. See where he really feels this game's going to go. Tennessee, Indianapolis minus 4.5. Daddy Leagues has Tennessee beating the Colts. I'm with you on the minus 4.5. I'm going to say this. The Indianapolis Colts win 28-17 over the Tennessee Titans at home.
On the flip side, Cowboys and Redskins. Redskins not getting a lot of love right now. They're 5-2, but, we saw their schedule, some soft wins. The Dallas Cowboys, we know exactly what they are. The line has it at Dallas favored by 10 points.
Wow.
Who's coming out on top in this game?
I would definitely take the Washington Redskins at this point with the points, but not going to take them to win the game. I think it's going to be closer than 10 or right at 10. It could end up actually being a push. If it was 10.5, I'd feel a lot more comfortable taking the Redskins, but I'm going to go tonight and say the Washington Redskins fall at home to the Dallas Cowboys 27. No, we're going to go 31-27 final score. The Cowboys come through with a clutch touchdown at the end, and maybe Parker Sheffield gets a little bit more confidence from the front office, because the last thing we want to do is see a game where, he goes out the game and gets benched again, because that'll be 2 weeks in a row. So we're going to keep an eye and see how he plays.
Only one way to find out, folks. Appreciate everybody tuning into the NBL Live pregame show, but it is game time. It's a super show here on Thursday night. Coming up next, 2 huge division matchups here in Week 8. On one side, Colts and Titans battle for the top of the division. On the other side, it's the Cowboys and the Redskins. Are the Redskins the real deal? We will find out right now here on NBL Live.
I just want to say, hey, man, this is T.O., the cover athlete of the Madden 19 Hall of Fame edition, and you're watching the gold standard of the franchise mode, the NBL Network. Holla.
And we are live with an NBL Live Super Show. It's NBL Live broadcast 277 here on the NBL Network. I appreciate each and every one of you taking time out of your Thursday to hang out with the Man and Bomber League. I am OSU, your NBL Network Director. I'm hanging out with the commissioner of the NBL and my co-host for the good majority of these shows. It is the Commissioner Bomber. On the left side of your screen, you see the Titans and the Colts, both teams at 3-3, tied for the division lead. Winner of this game has the edge. Going into Week 9 on the right side, it is the Cowboys and the Redskins. Bomber, these two games, two divisional matchups. We're about the halfway point. We're getting, once we advance, we basically hit that halfway point. And these four teams all in position to make a playoff run.
Yeah, at this point, they absolutely are. Each one of these teams has an opportunity to make the playoffs, even though I think it might even be 3 out of 4. I'm thinking 2 out of 4 is where we're at, but 3 out of 4 is probably more likely. I just don't see the Tennessee Titans really continuing this push. It seems like the same old Titans today, as a little rocky start that they give up a first down on the left side of the screen.
Even rockier start for Nemo.
We get a pause?
Yeah. I assume his pink mace went off and he's got to clear his eyes out.
Well, he's very light-skinned, man. I would tell you what, the lighter your skin is, trust me, I wasn't as pasty as I actually am now at that point in my life, and it was really bad for me dealing with that. We had to do that in the Army, but I saw some guys who really, really messed up. They turned all beat red. It definitely looking a little fish-esque, something like that, however it works. I don't know.
Just
that was horrible.
First and 10, Alan Ritchie. Wow, really? I don't know if that was a great throw or a poor throw, but Ritchie completes it on the right side to the curl, picking up 17 to Josh Doxson, picking up an early first down. Bomber, you got to think, Washington going in as this underdog against the Dallas Cowboys, who have been with the New York Giants, the top of this division, you got to think getting a touchdown here on the first drive is crucial just to settle everything down and set that tone.
Yeah, being able to play from ahead, too, takes away Zeke Elliott a little bit in this game. You just see them slowly just kind of fade away from that running the game, and being a balanced attack for the Dallas Cowboys is what really makes them dangerous. Yeah, that throw by Alan Ritchie just slightly inside. It kind of like drifted on him, but they were able to make the catch and pick up the first down, so you can't blame them there, as the Dallas Cowboys were in their infamous cover 4 defense.
4 yards on first down for Darius Geis. Left side of screen, a big 3rd and 1, an opportunity for Tennessee to get off the field. Indianapolis with the completion on second down to Eric Ebron, but they're going to do what they do so often, spread it out. Empty backfield for McBride on the left side of your screen, dropping back to pass on 3rd and 1, looks underneath, has a man, and boy, I don't know what defense the Titans were running there. I guess we'll find out here. Cover 3 hard flat. That leaves a lot of room over the middle of the field, and that little slant route from the left side wide open.
Yeah, you got to wonder about the linebacker play. You see the yellows right there just trying to, just get in the middle of the field to just kind of cluster everything up. But they actually did quite the opposite. You saw the linebacker on the right side just kind of go with that seam route. He just drove down the field and just left everything wide open. It just felt like, what were they in? Some kind of blitz that left everything clear. The Colts once again, a little crossing route there on the left side.
5 of 5. Man, you got to find a way to stop the passing attack in Indianapolis. Big 3rd and 5 for the Redskins. They pick it up and more to the 40-yard line. Little dump off underneath. Picks up a good chunk of yards. Alan Ritchie makes the right read. It was just a straight-up cover 1 blitz, and Alan Ritchie took advantage of that left side of your screen. The Colts are in business. McBride dropping back on 1st and 10. Looks to the flat, has a man. It's wide open. It's a spin move, falling forward because that's the patch, and that's how it goes. First down for the Colts, the 3-yard line.
I would just want someone to be, somewhere near the receiver at some point during this drive. I mean, you think it'll happen when they're inside the 15, right? You're not going to be able to pass the ball to the flat and have all that room to run, and then he carries them forward for another couple yards. I mean, right now the Tennessee Titans look exactly what they are, a team that's given up way too many points per game, and the Colts look like an opportunist ready to take those points early in the game.
And how about Le'Veon Bell falling forward, because that's what he'd do. Ring the bell. It's a touchdown for the Colts. Oh, deep pass, left side. I had him, man. Oh, it just missed Paul Richardson Jr. on the left side, but how about the Colts Bomber? McBride goes down the field, perfect through the air, and who else but Le'Veon Bell finishes off from 3 yards out.
Yeah, that was just a drive. The Indianapolis Colts basically went against no resistance from the Tennessee Titans defense. I'm pretty disappointed. So far, this is a big game for the Titans as well as the Redskins, and the Redskins seem to be kind of pushing down the field to see if they can get a first down here. This is a big-time play to stay in field goal range as well. Can't take a sack.
Shout out to Big Dad Mel with the 7 months of subscribing. 3rd and 6. Richie dropping back to pass. Looks deep down the middle of the field. You can't do that. The trajectory won't let you. It's going to get picked by the linebacker all day long. It's going to come back for a block in the bag, but a mistake over the middle. And Washington, we talked about how important it was to get a touchdown off the bat. Instead, they get no points. As we find out, Jordan Lewis, the cornerback for the Dallas Cowboys, out with that shoulder tear.
Yeah, I really wanted to see what the play was that the Washington Redskins had just ran, because it had no kind of it had a backside little post, but it was really shallow. I didn't like it at all.
Deep pass.
Big play, baby.
10-5. Big play, Tennessee. We talked about the running game, and they go, hey, how would you watch this double move right side over the top? It's a touchdown for the Titans, who answer oh so quickly. As this extra point is down, the kick is up. It is good. It's a 7-7 ball game. One play, 75 yards. Bomber, that's the definition of easy peasy lemon squeezy.
I'm sorry. Is that supposed to be the user stick skill there in the AFC? I don't see it. I mean, sitting right over top of the guy, he just pulls himself off and then tries to come back and what? Make a play on the ball, completely whiffs, gives up a touchdown right there. That was just horrendous user coverage, user defense for the Indianapolis Colts and AA.
Well, now the Colts get an opportunity to answer. Shout out to Rico for the bits. 0-0 Dallas and Washington. Dallas with the ball after the Alan Ritchie interception over the middle. 7-7 though, Tennessee and Indianapolis, and we're just at about the 2.5-minute mark completed in the first quarter. Two really high-powered matchups here in Week 8 of MBL Season 37. Second down and 9. As Bell's going to get the carry on 1st and 10. He's got a lot of room right side. 50, 45, 40. Can anybody catch him? 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Can he get there? Fights through the tackle. Put him in the end zone. Ring the bell once again. Le'Veon goes, I see your big pass play. I'll raise you a run around the right side. The Colts reclaim the lead.
Yeah, I'm watching that playback, and it's just everybody's in the box. He bounces it outside against just... What are you doing defensively, dude? And I see to the right side, you're usering somebody that's like, did you see when he bounced outside? Do you see where the user was? He was stuck, completely blocked on a cornerback, and he never even switched off the cornerback to switch to the closest linebacker that probably could have changed his angle and made a play. Poor usering play by the Titans is always gonna stop them from being any kind of contender.
Really nice defense.
Tough throw.
There. That's a tough throws. Great man coverage across the middle. Sheffield really locked in on that crossing route, but it wasn't there. It's going to force the Cowboys into a punt, and that's got to be a little bit of a win for the Washington Redskins. They turn the ball over on their first drive, but they're able to get a stop against a very good offensive unit.
Jamie in the chat quoted me like, what are you doing, dude? Yeah, I just watching. I'm just trying to see where the user was, and for some reason on a cornerback that's lost in space, I don't know what he's even doing over there, but yeah, he's getting completely blocked, and it hampers his team from even being able to make a play there. It's like you're controlling one guy, and you might be the worst control. Your AI is worse than the CPU at any given point on that play. So just really suspect play so far.
Big sack on 1st down for the Indianapolis Colts. Richie looking to complete it on 1st down. He cannot either. 2 of 5, 38 yards, and a pick to start the game. And if there's a knock on this Washington Redskins team, Bomber, it is they are incredibly reliant on Alan Ritchie, and they have a pretty good running back in Darius Geis. He just doesn't get the attention that I think he needs to make this offense run efficiently.
Yeah, and just the Titans user over there just spinning to the left side, losing yards. Because, I mean, you can't run to the left and then spin back to the left.
You can't.
I mean,
you don't want yards.
Yeah. What are you doing? Dude. I mean, seriously, at this point, just really don't understand anything that the Titans are trying to accomplish right now, except for probably going to throw a pick here.
Nope, he's got a man over the top, but is the throw on target? It's just a little bit outside.
Don't bail him out. I like to see those errant throws with somebody who just has not put together a drive and doesn't deserve to put points on the board again.
Joey Kesey at quarterback, 3rd and 12 on the right side of your screen. Richie's got a man wide open to the 1st down mark, comes back across.
Ooh,
He'll pick up the 1st down and more.
I like that.
He's to the 45. He's near midfield. Call him at the 49. Alan Ritchie, he recognized the open receiver. Better late than never. A sliding catch. Get back up and get rolling. The Redskins, they're at 69 passing yards. Big shout out to Sclam in the chat.
You like that comeback? He caught it. He slid down. He gathered himself and got into the 1st down range and then made a man miss or two. That was just a nice play. Alan Ritchie, sophomore slump, not happening right now. Hey, you got to stay outside the box versus the Colts. This is like the 3rd time we've seen them run, and they just take a wham.
He ran a halfback wham and
just
bounced
take it east. Exactly. So if I'm a user anywhere, I'm sitting there outside the box lurking, for that just cut back to try to bounce it outside, and I'm going to be there. This might be a toss to the outside here.
Second down and 10. Nope, play action pass. McBride dropping back. Looks over right side corner route. Easy pitch and catch. Fight through the tackle to the 30-yard line. 7 of 7. Perfect. 100 yards. That's a beautiful stat line. If you're a Indianapolis Colts fan, they're down to the 30-yard line. Redskins got a little drive going. They're at the 43-yard line. Second down and 2. Alan Ritchie on the right side of your screen. That was a stellar dive right in the middle of that defense by C-Star. There wasn't anywhere near anybody, and he took the dive.
And luckily, he has a pedigree of being able to defend right there. I think he was trying to get on the yellow, and he accidentally switched onto the lineman, and he was like, crap. Shout out to Doughboy. You get on the lineman, most people just say, forget it.
And that X button.
Play it. He would have taken that as an opportune time to make a play and get some kind of block shot.
If you listen very carefully, you can hear Doughboy still jamming away at that button. He's still jamming away at that X button.
Does the button still respond in that way?
He still wants the controller's not hooked up, but he's jamming on that button. He's jamming on it. That's a nice pass from McBride over to the left side. 8 of 8, 123. What a start. Bomber, this Tennessee Titans defense, they're letting McBride do whatever he wants to him.
Yeah, not surprised. This is a team that gives up 30 points per game, and they average 30 points per game. I don't think they get anywhere near their average offensively, but defensively, they might surpass it and keep that average alive. Right now, the Indianapolis Colts going against no resistance. Rookie quarterback just really balling out right now against this Tennessee team at home.
McBride driving back on 1st and 10, left side of the screen. Waiting, looking, all sorts of time. He's going to take off. He's going to get to the 5. He takes the hit. Flag down, though. It's going to be a block in the back, so it's just going to set it back up at a 1st and 10. Washington on the 34-yard line. They've hit the second quarter. It is still a 0-0 scoreless ball game. Dallas and Washington. Washington Bomber, I think in the first quarter was the better team.
Yeah, I think so as well. And I think with the Cowboys, that's another testament to how great this team is. You can walk away and go, man, they've been really outplayed tonight. What's the score, OSU? Oh, 3-0, 0-0. Then they step up, clutch up, make a play. I absolutely love it. Nice pickup on the block there by Le'Veon Bell. Did you see that, though?
Yep.
Did you see him step up and just give his quarterback another second? I mean, that's huge inside the pocket. Phenomenal job by Le'Veon Bell. He's truly been the halfback they've been looking for.
Ooh, 3rd and 12. I think he's going to be just short of the marker. Great tackle at the sticks. It's going to set up a 4th and 1. Washington's going to have to settle for a field goal. If there's a knock on the Tennessee defense, I think Indianapolis is taking advantage of it. They are incredibly reliant on man coverage. And so if you have some speedy wide receivers that can break that man coverage, you're going to get some open routes. You've seen it with the corner routes to the tight end. McBride trying to roll out, but the pressure gets there. Down goes McBride again. It's going to set up a 3rd and 11. How about Washington kicks up? It is good. 3-0. Redskins on top. And now they're looking to their defense to get another stop.
Yeah, you're sitting at 5-2. Cowboys are 5-1. They've dominated you this entire cycle. Yeah, I understand you had a miscommunication there on the first drive where it kind of took you out of field goal range. You have an opportunity now to kind of shock the world here. I know we're in our 5th season this cycle, but you can still make plays and you can still get it done. If you're the Washington Redskins offense, you got to start saying, all right, if our time is ever going to happen, it's going to happen now. Here's our opportunity. Week 8, NBL season 37. Let's get it done.
How about the Titans defense coming up with a stop carry for Zeke Elliott over the left side. He'll pick up 10 and more. Field goal attempt for the Indianapolis Colts from the right hash mark. The 14-yard line, 31-yard attempt is up. It's good. Indy extends their lead to 10, but that's a win for the Tennessee defense as they're able to get a stop. Now it's going to be up. I mean, at some point, they're down 2 possessions. At some point, the defense is going to have to step up and make sure Indy doesn't put any points on the board. 1st and 10, play action pass for the Cowboys, right side of your screen. Nice throw over to the left. Real quick read there from Parker Sheffield. We got a big kick return. It's a block in the back right in front of the camera. You gotta love with all the space out there. Demarcus Robinson just goes, hey, man, you really want this kick return? Shove. You're welcome, buddy.
Yeah, I wonder if that's something going on inside the locker room. But I'm happy for it because, once again, the Titans have not done anything to show that they deserve to even have any points on the board right now except for one big play. And that big play it isn't enough for me to think, okay, they just need to keep getting big play after big play. That's almost a facade to make you believe that you're somehow in this game that's been completely dominated by the Indianapolis Colts.
That's the patented Z-Star in route. He throws so late, so good at that one. Best in the NBL at throwing that route.
Well, I mean, you get a lot of time when you're the Cowboys and you got that offensive line. I mean, those are routes that a lot of us just aren't privy to. We don't get the amount of time he gets in the pocket to sit there and wait for his zone to completely collapse and you to have this delayed in route coming across the field, hits midfield wide open. But man, he's good at what he does.
I'm letting everyone know Cougs is drunk in the chat.
What is he saying?
He said, "Foo much time." And then he said, "Lol, Lorder," trying to talk to Ports. Cougs, put down the bottle. Put it down, buddy. Put it down. It's okay. 1st and 15. Dallas taking that false start. Antonio Callaway's having a great season, by the way, for the Dallas Cowboys. He's been a phenomenal addition to this passing attack as Parker Sheffield drops back on 1st and 15, steps up, nowhere to go. He's going to try to take off. I think he showed the stiff arm to the user and picks up 5 yards.
Yeah, you look at Parker Sheffield, not the quickest quarterback in the backfield, but he's a little bit more elusive than you'd think. Just horrible user play. I mean, if you got a wide open touchdown, cut it back, man.
What?
I mean, this is a walk-in. Angle yourself to the right side. You just keep going. What are you overthinking it for?
Big sack for the Washington Redskins.
That could have been a fumble right there. Landry coming through, taking care of business there. Maybe taking the laundry out a little bit right there, bringing down Parker Sheffield. Now he's at the 36-yard line, 3rd and 18. Dangerous zone, OSU. You get sacked here, you lose 8 yards, you out of field goal range. This is big-time possession for the Washington Redskins defense.
17-7 Colts on top. 3-0 Redskins on top. 3rd and 18, right side of your screen. Big play here. You don't want to give up this 3rd and long. Dropping back is Parker Sheffield. 4-man rush from the Washington Redskins. Breaking off. He's going to chuck it up. That's an awful throw. Do not reward him with that throw. Almost picked off. It's going to, the Cowboys lucky they have a field goal attempt. 2nd and 11 for the Titans. And, hey, don't roll out that way because Graham is sitting there and he's going to take
He could actually roll out to the left. The only thing was he just needed to kind of step up and do it. Watch right here. Just step up, step up. He bounces back and gets too much depth on that drop back, and that just easily allows for outside leverage to get off the block, shed the block, and make the sack. That was just a bad situation there for the Titans. Expect an interception incoming here.
3rd and 20. Dropping back to pass is Joey Kesey, the former Viking. Finds a man over the middle. It's a nice throw, but, boy, when you're facing a 3rd and 20, the first down is just inside the 1-yard line. That's a real easy defense to play. Everyone just backs up, says don't let anyone in the end zone. Titans are going to get a field goal attempt, though, but you got to think what could have been, Bomber, if Olon Isolated wasn't jamming on whatever buttons he was. He had a walk-in touchdown. Instead, he tried to juke move a defender that was a good 10 yards back.
Shout out to Tout in the chat. He was meant to throw up the NBL emote, and he threw up something else. And he goes,
I don't know
crap.
what that is.
Has anybody had an issue where they did a wrong emote post before? That might be the first one we've had where someone just legitimately admitted to, I actually hit the wrong
NBL
emote.
Network is going to throw the NBL emote in the chat. Crap. What the heck? Oh. Those are fun. Did I do that right? No, it's just, actually, I'm logged in as me. I lied. I'm usually on the network. Do I do it right? Do I win NBL's? NBL's in the chat?
I don't even see.
Screaming guy. Did I do this right?
You posted the same one.
Do I win?
Yeah.
Did I do this
absolutely.
right?
Oh, flood concept on the left side there for the Indianapolis Colts. Wow. Hey, you get a quick out on the left side. You just wait for it. Play action, scissors, flood. It's a delayed post, delayed out, corner, quick out on the left side. Uzma making a play down the field. That seems to be a staple. I've actually seen the Indianapolis Colts run that every game I've seen them play. So that is something that's working successfully for them. Trips on the left side, little play action, scissors, flood. I like it.
3rd and 12 for Allen Ritchie and the Washington Redskins. 3 wide receivers over the left side, 1 over to the right. Aborts the play action, looks underneath, has a man. Boy, oh boy,
wow,
is Allen Ritchie seeing it well. Le'Veon Bell's got some room left side. He's going to go out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Give him 25 on the play, but once again, the Dallas Cowboys incredibly aggressive defensively on 3rd down, and Washington's taking advantage of that.
Yeah, they are. Washington's being real patient in the pocket, finding the man over the middle. I think he slanted the out route on that left side. It was play action deep outs, and he got a man right over the middle because he put a lot of pressure on that one yellow zone in the middle of the field, which would be Vander Esch, who's a phenomenal linebacker, but you're just asking him to do too much deep down the field. Right now, the Washington Redskins are cooking here.
Appreciate everybody tuning into NBL Live Broadcast 277. I am LSU, a.k.a. Rick, and I appreciate everybody hanging out with us.
Watch what you say. You might watch this. You might end up on the show in a negative light, bro. So you gotta watch out, man.
1st and 5 for the Colts. Pistol formation for McBride. Dropping back on 1st down. Just gets rid of it. Completes it to Le'Veon Bell inside the 5-yard line to the 4. What a nice run. Hey, a little selfish plug here. But tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern time, Friday Night Football, twitch.tv/MuttheadTV. I'll be on the call with Zan. 4 hours, $1,000 tournament on Friday Night Football. Winner take all. Don't miss out.
Yeah, he's actually flying into Huntsville tomorrow morning. Well, it isn't just a digital thing. It's a touchdown there for the Tennessee Titans. Are you surprised? How great has Le'Veon Bell been for this team? I mean, he's just a bad user in there by Z-Star. He's just a phenomenal halfback that has just been everything they wanted. Who did they bring in before him? Who was the halfback that they paid all the money to? Probably still on the team right now. Was it Derrick Henry?
Was it?
No, it couldn't have been Derrick Henry.
He was on the Titans.
Yeah. Wait, it might have been Derrick Henry, actually.
Somebody will tell us in the chat. 24-10 now, Indianapolis on top. Tennessee needs a score.
Yeah, it is Derrick Henry still on the team. 11 carries, 35 yards. Le'Veon Bell has been the man as the Tennessee Titans. I mean, this continue spinning and not winning right there. What are you doing? Question marks.
Hey, how does that make 40 days look?
That was a long time ago. If it's over 40 days ago, since 40 days.
It doesn't count anymore,
It's not even, yeah.
If he shows that 40 days diploma, you're like, I don't remember giving that out.
Yo, it expired. That ain't like a college degree. It don't last forever, you know? So, nothing on me.
That was a nice
move right there.
That was actually a nice juke move. Second full, right side of your screen for the Washington Redskins. Let's actually go full screen to this one as they're driving on the 20-yard line. Minute 33 to go. Richie, little curl route left side. He saw the user over there and took complete advantage. You can pump your fist all you want, but the Redskins, they've got a first and goal at the 7-yard line.
I like what Washington's doing, primarily 10 yards and in. You're seeing curl routes. You're seeing option curls. I like all that kind of stuff because it's really beating this Dallas Cowboys zone defense, and now you see it beating the double buzz right there. I like the play calling for Allen Ritchie. He's having a bounce-back year.
First and goal for the Washington Redskins as the Titans make a nice play. That was right after we. Oh, that should have been picked. That was a horrible
and that would have been
read.
two. That would have been two picks in which they had opportunities to put points on the board for the Washington Redskins. We saw one earlier. They were in field goal range. They throw an interception. Now we're kind of seeing a similar pattern as a big-time hit in the open field there for the Indianapolis Colts. Number 33.
Don't juke me this time. I'm gonna lay the lumber.
Eduardo Bruce, phenomenal Madden drafted player for this team. I think he's Madden drafted.
Shout out
90% sure.
Jamie and Russ Buster with the bits. Handoff on second and goal to Darius. Guys, he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Not a whole lot there. So we're going to bring up a third and goal from the 4-yard line. You can keep up with the Titans and the Colts on the small screen left side. Minute 23 to go. Titans at midfield. They need a touchdown bad. Play action pass. Kesey. He'll toss it out to the flat. Completes it. Falls forward to the 44-yard line. Going to set up a 3rd down and 2. 3rd and goal for the Washington Redskins. Doxson coming in motion from the right side. It's going to be a toss play to Darius Geis as he falls forward, and he didn't quite get in.
Hey, there it goes. That goes back to the initial point of why didn't they just run it 3 times in a row? I mean, they probably would have fell forward one time and picked up a touchdown right there. They'd come up a yard short, and they're going to have to settle for 3 once again with the clock ticking down. They got the ball to start this game. They went on a very nice long drive. Cowboys going to get the ball in the second half. An opportunity for a 2-for-1 here for this team.
Boy, you had the first down if he just takes
off. You just
off.
step up and, I mean, you could have literally stepped up in the pocket and just started walking backwards as slow as the slowest walking grandma in the USA right now, and you would have picked up probably 6
Shout out to all our grandma fans out there. Pricey
and
loves
Pricey.
you.
He's
We got there. We both got to the same place.
Yeah.
Bots in the chat says, wow, pick. Yeah, you threw it over the middle to Double-A, who loves the linebacker pick. It was a smothered coverage, and you had a first down. It disastrous all around as Tennessee's going to take a timeout there. They need the ball back. They needed points in that drive, and they threw that one away. 24-10 Colts on top. 6-3 Redskins on top. Nobody found the end zone in this game yet. 44 seconds, though, over the middle. Nice throw by Parker Sheffield. Down to the 47-yard line. They're going to try to hurry up and put some points on the board. Bomber, this game has been a hard-fought battle both ways.
Yeah, it really has. If they get a field goal before the end of this half, that's going to be detrimental to the Redskins.
1st and 10. Sheffield rolling out. Sheffield trying to get out of bounds. He will. You saw Nemo wanted to lay the hit. He hit stick. So, yeah, he just jammed on that right stick trying to get the hit stick. He was just about 4 yards too far away. As
I knew he was running right there. He got outside. You just saw the go route was already kind of mid-motion. He wasn't going to have time. So it was a great job by the user, Nemo, just realizing, hey, the only thing he's going to do here is run the ball.
Screen pass. Oh! Unisolated, knew it was coming and jumped it. And now McBride lobs it up the field. Lost track of him.
I think he got hit. I think
touchdown.
Before he was past the line of scrimmage.
It's offensive pass interference.
Bring it back.
Wow.
Save the game right there. This game would be completely over.
Lobbing it up left side, looking back of the end zone. Nothing there. Dallas going to have to settle for a field goal. Go into this game 6-6 at the half. The Redskins defense, a unit we haven't really talked about. They have played incredibly well today.
Yeah, and they're playing good against the premium teams in the league defensively. Just offensively, haven't been able to put up many points.
Speaking of defenses that aren't playing well.
Wow, that's just bad defense. You got down and distance, and you run cover 4 drop. And look at that. Just look at that picture of that zone coverage. That does not look good. There seems like to be a lot of space, middle of the field, sidelines, so many issues with that. But hey, what do I know? An isolate's he's the champion over there. He's the winner. He makes things happen. I mean, arguably the worst timely play caller I've ever had to consistently watch.
Nice return for the Colts. Yep, that's coming back. It is a nice return, but it's gonna be all for naught. Bold move, cockily. Oh wow, double A. Where are you throwing the ball? Why throw that one? You have a chance with a field goal there, Bomber.
Yeah, you go up
the game's
17
done.
on the Titans. It's over. That's 3 scores. They are not coming back.
Did he get hit as he threw there?
Yeah, a little hit as he threw and he high passed it. But man, I'll tell you what, a juke move by the Tennessee Titans early in that interception. I think that might have been a pick 6.
How many unnecessary juke moves have there been for the Titans today?
About 10.
Oh, he's throwing it. He's doing the fake of the throw.
Wasn't bad. I mean, I don't know the objective there. High risk, low reward.
Halftime in that game, it's a 14-point lead for the Colts. But if we're keeping track, and the winner is the person who does the most unnecessary juke moves, unisolated is blowing Double A out of the water. It's not even close. As the Titans will get the ball to start the second half. Dallas, Washington, 6-6 in that game.
You guys wonder what's coming up on the network? Let me give you a little breakdown. Tomorrow night, we're going to have the top 5
I'll be right
plays.
back. I got to refill my water glass.
Okay. If that's true. Is he just playing? Or are you serious? I guess he's gone. All right. So we got some action right here. NBL Live Broadcast 277 is tonight. Tomorrow night, we're going to release the top 10 plays on youtube.com/Matt and Bomber League. Saturday night, you're going to be right back here on this channel. Saturday Night Showcase. We got a big-time game for you starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, the Commissioner Corner podcast is going to be Saturday as well on our YouTube channel. We're going to be talking everything going on inside the NBL and around the league as you get a strip fumble there. But I'm not done yet. Monday night also going to be our Building the Franchise episode number 3 for the Carolina Panthers, who are trying to get it done here. Let me see if I got a time on that game. It should be Sunday at 10 p.m. All right, Seahawks Week 10. So it should be Seahawks Week 10 is who they're going to be playing Monday night. Building the Franchise, youtube.com/Matt and Bomber League. I'm not sure what he's got on the screen right now, but Le'Veon Bell, once again, dive up the middle, just tries to immediately bounce it outside. You run a halfback slam motion, ISO concept. That's straight off the center. Left of the center, right of the center, between the guard, and trying to bounce it right outside. I just don't understand that, but it has been working for them so far this season, so you can't really knock it.
Tennessee fumbled?
Yeah, he got user strip.
Nice. Everything's coming up, Shadow. By the way, I don't understand why the Colts aren't just handing the ball to Le'Veon Bell the rest of the game, because he is having an unbelievable game so far. Okay. I guess Dallas and Washington locked up.
Oh, okay, locked up because of a penalty. Oh, man, I've only had it happen in the first quarter, man. I've been kind of lucky in that sense, but it has happened quite a bit. So what they're going to do is they're going to play a half. It's going to be, Z-Star says he can't do anything. So a penalty must have popped up, and it just freezes up like this. We've seen this bug actually quite, I want to say often, but it's happened. It's a known bug around franchise. I think any gameplay, really, but I've seen it mostly in franchise mode, obviously, because that's what we play the most. But it usually happens in the first quarter. Right now we're seeing it happen midway, which is like the latest you usually see it happen. The good thing is, though, I've never seen it happen back-to-back games, so I might have just jinxed that. We might see it happen
Thanks
again.
for that one. Yeah, that's beautiful.
But they're going to play at half, and it's a tie game. It's going to be Z-Star's ball, and everything will be the exact same. So we're going to get that game loaded right back up for you guys here, Broadcast 277.
Because again, the nice part about NBL Live Super Shows, you got 2 games, something goes wrong, you can just cut to the other one. But Lord knows we don't want to stay with this 27-10 game the whole time. So they're going to load that back up. We'll be on Indianapolis, Tennessee for a while. Bomber, I think we've learned. Yeah, EA Sports is indeed in the game. I think we've learned that the Indianapolis Colts, they've had a tough start to the season, mostly because their schedule has been incredibly difficult. That first place schedule, sitting there at 3-3. The Tennessee Titans, on the other hand, have the last place schedule. They're at 3-3 as well, and I think we know why one team here has the first place schedule and one team has the last place schedule.
Yeah, it definitely feels that way so far for both of these teams. We're on a little cross drag right there. Great usering by AA, getting across his zone, playing very tight. I like that right there. That was probably the best I've seen AA look in coverage in quite a while. Right there, he takes a lot of it away, strafing across the field. Love that.
So just waiting on that Redskins-Cowboys game. If you're just joining us, they had the soft lock glitch after the penalty, so they couldn't do anything. But it was 6-6 at halftime, so they're just going to play a half, and the winner at the end of that half is going to win that game. So big shout-out to Z-Star and Nemo for getting that backloaded up. I'll cut over to the dual screen so you guys can see what's going on. They're right now searching for that opponent. Big 3rd and 3 right now for the Tennessee Titans. Question whether or not they can stay in this game. The defense really hasn't done anything to stop the Indianapolis Colts, and the offense has made mistake after mistake. That's why they're down 17. It's a handoff, and they're not even going to get the first down there. 7 carries, 50 yards for George Adams. That's, Adams has been a nice surprise for the Titans, but Bomber, can't kill the clock until under the 2-minute warning, so we always say there's plenty of time. But the way this Titans defense is playing, this one, I think it might be sticking a fork in.
Yeah, I think you're saying there's plenty of time left, but it's really going to be time in which the Colts are going to extend this lead. I mean, that's what we're really looking at. $151 million for Z-Star. Shout out to him, Dallas Cowboys. You're looking at Tennessee on that read option.
They just get gifts all over the place, don't they?
Yeah, don't they? I don't have a problem with that read option call there, actually. I thought it was a pretty good call. You saw the line split. You just didn't get any pressure. I mean, any push up front from your guys. Your offensive line didn't hold, but I really like the play.
Whoop! That was 7 carries, 124 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Oh, that's why it's called halfback slash, because about 10 yards into it, he's going to take that dagger and slash it right into his heart.
Right through the chest cavity.
Oh, my gosh. What is going on?
Porter's saying Nemo pulled the plug. No, he's not you, Porter. He's Nemo, and you can tell he didn't pull the plug because he was still logged in. 1st and 10. Driving back is Andrew McBride. He's having just a heck of a game for the Colts. He'll check this one out of bounds, but McBride, 12 of 16, 234. Hasn't had to do a whole lot.
The best in the chat is Tout right now. He's going, my God. As if he hasn't dealt with that on his side in some degree or form.
With the 2 jokes of the day, first he says, what's more exciting, the send screen or watching Shadow get blown out? And then he goes, takes a plug puller to no plug puller.
Well, first of all, the send screen is much better than watching an isolated blowout game because just toe tap and slapping. Andrew McBride, 13 for 17, dropping D's. He's 264 yards. It's more exciting the send screen because there's an opportunity for something exciting coming.
Porter's
right?
drunk. In a shocking turn of events, if I had the breaking news thing, I'd play it. Porter is drunk. He says, he says in the chat, I will read it as it says, and I'm just trying to stir the pit. I'm drunk. That's what it says. I'm just reading it.
That's no. PM Eastern. If Porter isn't drunk by now, I figured maybe something happened throughout the day that delayed the inevitable.
I assume he spilled he knocked all the beer out of the fridge and he has to go get more. Right side of your screen, 0-0 game. They will play 1 half after a soft lock in that game. So 2nd and 7. Bomber, you got to think as that. All
right, Jamie in the chat saying Colts need wide receivers to get some rack. He's going to get suspended. Actually, rack, your rack, how much rack you get has nothing to do with yards per catch, brother. It literally doesn't go into the formula in any way. Like you could get 1,000, you can get a ton of rack, but rack doesn't even matter. It just doesn't matter. So it's not going to help bring your average down. Huh?
Are we talking about mermaids? I'm just wondering. Is Pricey here? I wonder if
is he here? I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him today.
Wait, Porter's response is Thursday. Shout out to
all right, we're gonna have a debate on yards per catch. He goes, Crin says, huh? Yeah, it does. Yeah, and Colonel Sanders says, yeah, it does. It absolutely does not. So how much rack you get does not equate into anything. So for my example is, you could throw the ball 10 yards in the air, all game and get 5 catches, 10 yards in the air, right? That's a nice user spin there. All right, let's do a little lesson here. So I throw the ball
touchdown Colts, by the way. Colts scored. Woo! Carry on.
If I throw the ball five times, right, for 5 completions, follow me here, OSU. Each completion is 10 yards in the air, right? 2 different players. As down goes Allen Ritchie. 2 different players. First player, he catches 5 passes, 10 yards in the air. He runs for a 1,000 yards rack in 5 catches. Impossible. But now he has 50 yards in the air, and then he's got 5 catches for 1,050 yards.
Okay. Is there a second part of this, or is that everything?
Catches for 50 yards, but their yards per catch in the air is exactly identical. That's why I say rack doesn't matter. It doesn't bring anything down or bring anything up. It's not equated into it. It's taken off the formula.
It is. I think what the guys are saying in the chat is because they don't show yards. They just show average yards per completion. So to figure that out, we have to take out the yards after the catch because they don't show a yards in the air.
Yeah, well, Jamie was saying that. Jamie said he needs to get some more yak or he's going to be in trouble, which that doesn't help you. Yak isn't going to help.
Here's the only way it helps you. If he keeps throwing, if Jamie is saying all he's doing is throwing 20 yards down the field with no rack afterwards, it's a 20-yard catch, which is over the number. But we're throwing. Getting more rack won't help you. You have to throw shorter passes.
Rack is irrelevant.
Yeah, you have to,
except for the fact
if you throw
that
the 20-yard pass and he gets 40 rack after that, it's still a 20-yard average in it. So
exactly.
he needs the shorter passes. I'm with you. I'm picking up what you're laying down. Russ Bustis says ratings don't matter. Absolutely true. Colonel
Jamie
says, are you
confused
drunk?
now. Well, we do the formula and we take the rack out. So that's the point. Rack doesn't. Okay,
Jay, I'm gonna translate this from admin to
Nemo's moving the ball here.
Guy. Yeah, he is.
All right, go
I'm
ahead.
gonna do it from admin to graphics guy translator.
Yeah,
okay?
maybe you can help here. We do the formula.
Here's
and we
what he's
literally
saying.
Take rack out. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
If he needs some rack to get to, what he's saying is.
Oh, here we go. He's really gonna confuse everybody.
No, I'm not. I was just watching the play and I was shocked because the Titans did something useful. Leighton Vader.
Well, it's trash time. I mean, this is when they shine, right?
Yeah.
this is
their moment.
Average.
What he's saying is, all the rack does in the formulation for suspension is give us the number of yards in the air. If I throw the ball 20 yards down the field and get 60 yards of rack, that doesn't make my average goes down. I still have 20 yards through the air. We just use it as a way to calculate it because Madden doesn't give us the total yards in the air. They just give us average per catch, which factors in both the through the air and the rack. And
well, here's the thing. Here it's being taken out of context. So Adam in the chat is saying rack will bring yards per catch down.
No.
That is true. No, rack will bring yards per catch down.
True.
But I'm talking in reference to our rules, which our rules don't care about yards per catch. It's only in relation to yards per catch in the air. So we take out rack completely from the equation.
So if I throw it 20 yards down the field, whether I get 1 yard of rack or 60 yards of rack, it's still 20 yards in the air, which is what matters.
Yeah.
So the only way you bring your average down to where you're under the 16.5 threshold is if you're throwing it shorter, 5 and 10 yard routes, and then you can get rack all you want, but it's still 10 or 5 yard routes.
You could average 50 yards per catch in the NBL. That doesn't mean you're automatically over.
Insert call in and explain. Absolutely not. Listen, Jamie, if you can't handle this, we have some remedial math classes we can help you with, but are you at least picking up kind of what we're saying?
Under oath in the chat says, wait, there are rules. I'm out of here.
Hey, the Titans go to touchdown in garbage time.
Hey, you're getting close to that 30. Will they reach 30? That's the new thing in the chat. They're averaging 30 points per game. There's 5:38 left. If the Colts can quick score, which they probably will, the Titans are going to get close to 30, and they're going to still be averaging over 25 a game as they're going for 2 here.
Terp says, if you suck, you don't have to worry about yards.
And Porter in the chat saying rack D's, of course. He just doesn't even know.
Yeah.
He's like, rack? I hope they do at Mermaids. I hope they got a nice run after catch. You know what I'm saying?
So for future reference, if you want to talk about them getting their average down, it's not rack that'll do it. You have to say he needs to throw some more slant routes or drag routes to that guy.
Or out routes or post routes.
Oh, Jamie doesn't understand it. Then he says he's got to run. Good show, guys. You gotta go study.
He's actually over. He actually self-reported being over, so this might actually change his world here.
He's like, wait a second. I kept throwing 25-yard bombs down the field. I got 40 yards of rack. I still got
just
suspended.
Trying to throw to an open guy thinking, oh, I'm about to run, about to pick up a ton. He's like, why is it not going down here?
This has been, for all you people out there who aren't in the
Gotta go
NBL,
rest
this
the
has
brain.
been us teaching our guys.
You don't give yourself enough credit. You're a very, very
Hey,
smart guy.
touchdown Redskins. Nice little wide receiver quick there. Beautiful play. For those of you just joining us who aren't in the NBL, first of all, I'm really sorry for the math lesson you just had.
My wife in the chat said no mermaids. Oh, my gosh. Wow.
No, we're
Back to
talking
see
about,
those with
no, we're talking about actual mermaids.
We're talking about under
Virginia
the
Beach
sea.
is known of, yeah. Shout out to Sebastian the Crab. He's my favorite. If you're just joining us, A, sorry for the rules explanation. B, Dallas and Washington soft locked at
Porter,
halftime.
you tread lightly there, drunk boy. You'll be swimming with the fish
Whoa,
soon.
Porter, what are you doing? Poots! You're going to make Planet feel bad. Uh-oh, Cowboys. Momentum-changing kick return to the 50-yard line. They are only playing a half. And the winner at the end of that half is the winner. You can keep track of the Colts and Titans. It's ugly. Your wife says, yeah, right. While we have a second here, let's remind everybody what's coming up this weekend. Coming up on Saturday, Saturday Night Showcase returns to the NBL Network. Our best games on the best night. And we've got a great AFC West matchup. It is the Chiefs taking on the Denver Broncos. Chiefs looking to get the Super Bowl. Broncos looking to get some respect. Saturday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Twitch.tv/NBL Network. And don't forget, tomorrow night, it is Friday Night Football, twitch.tv/MutheadTV. I'll be calling the game down there, the entire 4-hour show with Zan. It's going to be a great show starting at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, twitch.tv/MutheadTV. $1,000 Friday Night Football sponsored by Grubhub. Big thank you to Muthead for inviting me down there to take part in what is a really fun event.
That was a nice throw there by the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, really excited. Tomorrow night. What time does it start?
8 o'clock Eastern Time.
8 o'clock Eastern. You're flying down 8 a.m. Eastern, I think, around there. And you're going to be in Huntsville. Big-time tournament. We're going to see VTech's going to be there. I think he's going to be playing in it. I don't know if he's going to be there. Is it online?
No, it's all online. But
Okay, so it's an online tournament. He's going to be playing in it. He was in our EA Access tournament. We're going to have our 3rd annual one this year. So a lot of guys
Porter
so if you
is
check in
just
for
trying to
the
get
NBL.
uninvited, is all I'm figuring out. Porter's just trying to get uninvited to Virginia.
What did he say? Bomber said he's going to buy me some. I can see whatever that means. Man.
Touchdown, Colts. Will the Colts put up a 50, bro?
Cowboys got stripped right there. Did you see that? Did that come on the screen yet?
Yeah, they did.
It's going to get overturned, though, here.
It did.
He got stripped on the way down. I didn't see it. Serb in the chat saying, LOL, full package. Con todo.
Game Master Key saying, shocking, a Colts touchdown. Cringe saying, oh, she's going to get a taste of how much the comp community loves desyncs. I'm not going to get into it. They're trying to fix it. I will say the desyncs.
I mean, it's obviously a long-time issue. We're talking desyncs. I mean, how long have we had to deal with that in Madden?
The
It's not
desyncs
a
issue
simple-
they're talking about right now is in the comp community specifically because they do so many adjustments. 8 to 10 adjustments per play. The game is
that what it
desyncing at a
is?
higher rate.
That's
Yes.
what it is? It's like crashing the game?
Yes, essentially. It is desyncing between the two things. So they're working on it. This is the only thing I'll say on the matter is this is, oh my God, Big Dad Mel just put a math problem in there. It's a word problem. If 2 trains leave the station at the same time. The only thing I'll say on the matter is this is a
Hey,
symptom.
Big Dad Mel, I think he's just trolling us by this
Yes,
point, to
he
be
is.
honest with you. Jamie's just he's too smart, and then he acts really confused, but at the end of the day, I think he gets off
really
and he's
dumb.
just like, yeah, got him.
Yeah,
Idiots.
it is a symptom of what I think is what I'll call right now the patch world that we have right now. There have been so many patches, it ends up. This is about the 4th big kick return we've seen in both games that has a penalty on it. I just think there's just a lot of patches going on. As hey, Joe Kesey just threw another pick. It's pretty fun. You want to just go full screen Dallas and Washington?
Yeah, let's get right to it. They're just playing a half, so there's about 1/4 and 7 seconds left. Redskins with the ball. They're actually up 7-3. My wife asking about what's going to be at Mermaids, blah, blah, blah. Actually, they got hot dogs that are like $1.50. I know Lip's really into that.
You know Lip loves the wieners.
Yeah, at this point,
Hey-o!
a weird thing to have there. Yeah. Nice run play there for the Washington Redskins. A little counter, looked like a counter, but no, a little zone. action out of single back ace. I like the handoff to the right side.
I think we got the right game up. Did I do this right? I did! Dallas and Washington. We'll stay full screen to this one. Only a quarter left. See the second quarter. Ignore that, as they are playing one half after the soft lock at halftime. Winner of the half. It was tied at the half. Washington right now leading by 4, and a big first down on 2nd and 2. That's a nice little run play up the middle. This Washington Redskins rushing attack, this time with Bookman. Colossally underrated, and I would say underused.
Yeah, you got Bookman. You had guys obviously battle some injury issues, but Bookman has been pretty solid for this team. You got a nice little dual halfback situation. We saw that start taking force in building the franchise MBL season 35, I believe it was, when the Washington Redskins on. Correct me if I'm wrong there. I appreciate everybody in the chat right now being lively and active here. NBL Live broadcast 277. Dallas Cowboys. They're only playing till the half here, guys, because they did have a little bit of a soft freeze on the last game, and it was a tie game 3-3.
Also, stick with us. We're going to raid somebody at the end of this particular game, something we started doing here on the NBL Network, showing our love for the rest of the community. So stick around. We'll be raiding after the end of this game, 2nd and 12 for the Washington Redskins. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Crowder split out wide left, Richardson out wide right. Allen Ritchie looks right up the middle. Boom! Big hit on the tight end. That was Dylan trying to make the catch, and he ran into the business end of the Cowboys defense.
Yeah, that should have been a catch. I mean, you got a seam pass right there. You got to hold on to that. If I'm the tight end, 2 here for the Washington Redskins on that play, that's I'm the kind of third option there. That means I must have been naked, wide open, got to hit me, got to make the play, got to hold on to the ball right there. He just doesn't do any of that. And that would have been a big-time first down when you're up 4 right now. Not much time left, but they figuring it out. Paul Richardson Jr. making a play across the field, 3 for 4, 83 yards. In this part of the game, they're just playing to halftime. I'll put it out there again for those just tuning in.
Double A in the chat. Hey, what's up, Double A? Nice win over the children. I assume that was a 12-year-old playing. I assume that was Santana. 1st and 10, Washington. Again, only playing till halftime.
You know, Santana will probably fight you for that in real life. Is definitely.
I'll sit on him.
That's definitely fighting words for that lunatic.
He's not the lunatic fringe. He's just the lunatic.
Yeah. There's no fringe to it. It's consistent since for quite a while now. There is no.
I'd like to point out, Bomber, we got off the phone last night. I walked up the stairs from my basement. My wife comes down the stairs getting ready to go to work. She goes, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing. Pay no attention." Oh, why are you throwing it there? Oh no!
Wow, takes an unnecessary risk for Dallas Cowboys.
The crossing route was so open.
Hey, you got to wonder what Nemo was doing there, trying to look for that post route with the tight end to get over top. We saw the Titans score on that exact same play. They've kind of nerfed that play a little bit to where that actually happens.
It's a Coke glass, which really is transparent with the chroma key, but it's just a Coke glass. They have nerfed that play. Uh-oh. Sweet. How many times have we seen Zeke Elliott do that spin move to the left?
Yeah, running to the left, spinning to the left. Does that work? I've seen it a couple times today. That's never seemed like anything that's ever worked. It didn't work today. I'm just very confused.
Ric Flair in the chat comes in and says, "Ugh, that's always a pick, I swear." You mean the chuck into double coverage? Yeah, that's usually a pick.
Yeah, they get underneath it. Unless it's man coverage, like a cover 1, you can get over the top if you got enough space. But for the most part, it's not really open as it once was. It would just hold, and you would just lob it over the top. That actually was a banana special, believe it or not, to David Njoku. Very tough to stop that guy when he got him rocking and rolling in Cleveland. Back-to-back champions, season 33 and 34 to start off this Madden 19 cycle. Not much lately.
1st and 10, Dallas Cowboys playing until halftime, only 3:33 and counting remaining in this game. Cowboys down 4. Needing a touchdown to reclaim the lead. Blitz brought Boyd. Nemo's getting really aggressive defensively, Bomber. You're seeing a lot of blitzes, a lot of cover 0. That's bad news for Nemo because we know that Z-Star knows how to deal with pressure.
I think he's actually just trying to keep the Dallas Cowboys on their toes just a little bit. Have them second-guessing what's coming, and maybe you can get a bad throw from the rookie Parker Sheffield. This isn't Dak Prescott under center anymore. Even though he's still on the team, he's on the sidelines right now.
Stop saying naked in the chat. What is wrong with all of you?
Who's saying that?
Oh, well, because you said naked, and now everybody's saying naked in the chat. See? It's just naked.
Oh, every time someone's wide open, they're saying it.
Saying naked. As that was an easy pitch and catch over to the right side. Dallas in business, Bomber. right now, 2:58 to go. Dallas down 4. Who's your money on to come away with a win today?
Oh, the Dallas Cowboys, absolutely. You see 258. I think Cringe brought up a good point. He said this might be the last drive of the game. It definitely could be with the Cowboys. They could get down to the 1-yard line, just kind of punch it in at this point. You might be in trouble if you're a Redskins fan.
Throws over to the right side. User stiff arm. Haven't seen that. Madros joining us in the chat. The way better part of the Z-Star Madros connection. What's going on? Unisolated. It was tied when at DC. Yes, a tie is when teams have the same score, unlike what happened in your game. Yes, it was 6-6 at the DC.
Well, his game was tied.
It wasn't, and it wasn't
a
a
6-minute
DC
mark in the first quarter.
It was a
zeros.
soft lock. DC implies there was some internet problem. It was the penalty glitch. Andro saying Madras the team killer. 2:20, 2:19, and counting. Dallas needing a touchdown to take the lead, playing only till halftime. Still can't kill the clock until under the 2-minute warning.
Yep.
Still talking about how naked he was. Hand off to Zeke Elliott. Spin movies into the end zone.
And this all came from an interception for Allen Ritchie and the Washington Redskins. They had a crossing route wide open, and he went the opposite direction, took a shot down the field. It got picked off. And at this point, this should just be a tie game because the Redskins were in field goal range where they threw that interception. That's 2 interceptions this game if you include last game into this conversation as well.
Shadow, I wasn't making fun of you for not watching. I was making fun of you for getting blown out. I wasn't saying you weren't watching. I was saying that you don't remember what being tied means.
He was already the victim of what just happened in the game.
Oh my God.
He's going to have to bring it
Jokes are always
here.
funnier when you have to explain them. 10-7 Dallas on top. Washington with the ball. 2:04. They've got all 3 timeouts.
Well, let's ask an isolated the rack. Let's ask him the question in reference to the rack confusion.
Oh yeah, that's a great play.
So we'll just be like, hey, if
unisolated.
the guy has 1,000 rack and this guy has no rack, which one is over the yards per catch in the air?
Which one's getting suspended? Brad, I'm done with you.
All right, here's a question. Let me ask. All right, unisolated. You got a guy with 500 rack yards after the catch. You got another guy with 750 yards after the catch.
Correct. Slam says C.
They've each caught 10 passes. Which one is over yards per catch in the air? I understand on OSU it's kind of a trick question.
2nd and 4. Allen Ritchie dropping back. Deep pass
Got
over the
repaired.
middle. Wow! Late reaction by the
Oh my
user
gosh, that
down to
could
the
have been picked.
41-yard line.
Wow.
That was so late!
Laid it out to play it out, little post route. So that play's obviously flipped right there. He finds Paul Richardson Jr. a little post route. He jumps in front of the safety, makes a play.
So let me ask you this question. A train leaves St. Louis going 65 miles an hour.
Okay, 65 miles an hour.
Another train leaves Los Angeles going 75 miles an hour with a stop in Omaha. If they are both
At
traveling
Peyton Manning's
nonstop,
house?
yes. Which one gets suspended? Colonel Sanders says 69. Correct. 100%. 100%. 1st and 10. Washington all 3 timeouts. They're in field goal range, Bomber, but we've seen 3 times today the Redskins give up points with turnovers, essentially.
Yeah, inside the red zone. I mean, that's the most important part of it all. It should be a 3-point lead for this team.
Oh, lobs it up. Has the man. Oh, batted away.
Oh, he dropped it. Oh, Jordan Reed, who they released this offseason and then got in contact with him again and said, you know what? Let's go ahead and bring you back. This is going to be a little bit more of a team-friendly deal.
I'm all for trying to use the touch pass. That seemed like one that could have been bulleted because that safety drifted way left to take the other seam route. But minutes ago, it ends up no harm, no foul. Bookman in the backfield to the Redskins dare run the ball. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. They do. And he's going to get taken down. Ooh, flagged down. That's a big block in the back.
Block in the back. Wow.
That's a big block in the
I
back.
honestly thought it might have been some kind of face mask, but we didn't get the animation for it. But the timing of the tackle with that, I said, oh, this might be a face mask for the Cowboys. That could be huge. But quite the opposite here. 2nd and 18 for the Redskins. Now, if you can get pressure here, you can really open this game up if you're the Dallas Cowboys. 3-man rush incoming. You know pressure likes to come on a 3-man rush.
Quick throw on the angle route. Real nice quick throw there just to pick up 9 yards. Dallas takes a timeout. Unisolated in the chat because he lives in Minnesota and has 0 internet. Says, I don't know what you're saying. I heard something about getting suspended, so I'm going to assume the answer is bananas.
Wow, that might have been the best. Like I said, over text, the kid's a little funny sometimes, man. That's a really good one.
3rd and 9. How risky do the Washington Redskins get here? 52 seconds left. Dropping back to pass. 3-man rush. Richie can't drop back that much. Richie's got to step up. Richie's got to throw or move. He's going to run for it. He dives for it and picks up the first down. Woo! What a dive bomber.
God. Hey, Richie got to the outside. He said, I'm doing At what point do you think he said, I'm doing this? At some point, you don't want to know because it was such a slow run. When he committed, you're probably like, oh, he committed at that point? That took forever. I thought he was going to play
Dubers asks, how will they do OT if someone automatically gets the ball?
I guess you would just, oh, yeah, that is true. They'll just figure it out, I guess.
1st and 10. Richie stepping up. How about just get a touchdown here and make it moot? He'll just chuck this out of bounds. 37 seconds left. My guess would be how I've done it in the past, because I had it happen once where we DC'd and ended up playing 4 quarters and going, well, now what? What we ended up doing was we started the game over.
Played the game out?
No, we just started the game over and just the coin toss, and then we played.
Y'all played like 2 full games.
Yeah, we ended up playing 6 quarters, I think it ended up.
I mean, I would probably just tell them just to finish it out. Play the game.
At that point, if you're both tied, just play the rest of the game. 2nd and 10. He's got Bookman. Is that Bookman or is that Darius Geis? That's Darius Geis with the catch. 7.
Geis back in the game making a play. A lot of people wondering if he got hurt. He's right back in it.
Bomber, I'll speak only for myself. 3rd and 2. It's 4-down territory for me. I ain't kicking no field goals. 7-yard line. I'm going
the only thing I'm concerned about if I'm Washington, a tie is not that bad because then you would go to 5-2-1, and you have the tiebreaker over the Bears, who have been that wild card spot for the majority part of this cycle. You got it over him, so I'd be thinking, a tie's not too bad, but division-wise,
run the ball here,
I completely understand what you're saying.
You got Darius Geis. Just hand the ball off to him. Bunch formation left side. Doxson alone on the right. Play clock running down 2-1. They're going to have to use a timeout. Boy.
I'm okay with it. If you didn't like what you saw, it's okay to burn the timeout rather than the field rush by a clock that's pretty not important anymore. It just doesn't matter. You got the timeouts. You got 3 of them. Burn them now.
3rd and 2. They're going to throw for it. 3-man rush. Little slant route. It is caught at the 1-yard line. Fits it into Jordan Reed.
He made up for the drop earlier. Jordan Reed had a catch just, 3 or 4 plays ago, OSU, that would have put a touchdown on the board.
19 seconds in counting. Washington 2 timeouts. 3 wide receivers. They're going to hand it off. What a spin move, but he doesn't get there. They're going to have to use a timeout.
All right, now I need to see this has got to be a quarterback sneak, right?
Yeah, you have to.
Wouldn't you just ran the sneak there? Got yourself on the goal line.
The only reason I don't normally I'm a fan of running that hurry up just to make the defense stay in whatever the defensive formation is. The only problem with that is they went with a run play out of the shotgun, which you knew heat was going to come up the middle, and so it takes longer to get to the line. Whereas I want to just put the big boys out there.
My stream buffered. I'm at a commercial, so
nice.
I'm not
2nd and goal. 13 seconds. Toss play right side, trying to get in the end zone. He is stopped at the 2-yard line.
Gosh.
6 seconds, 5 seconds. They're going to take the timeout.
Maybe they should have taken it earlier and given themselves an opportunity to make a play. They're going for it? Wouldn't think so.
Don't know yet. You wouldn't think so. Nope.
I mean, at 6 seconds left.
He's got pink mace, so he's probably not going for it. Ball is down. Kick is up. It's good. It's tied.
I would assume they're probably just going to play it out.
You got to think so, right?
I'll ask in the chat. We'll see what's up.
No, I was looking to see if I got any notification. It looks like they're just going to roll. Bonus. Yep, they're just kicking it off. I haven't heard anything about... We're waiting to hear what they're doing. Again, for those of you just joining us, this game soft-locked at halftime. Little glitch soft-lock. It was 6-6 right at the half, so they played a half to determine who would win the game, and as you can see, 10-10. They're doing OT rules, and I guess they're okay with Washington getting the ball. He can have ball now, just make things less complicated. All right.
Look at Z-Star. So if he ever gets in a situation like this, he always just he'll roll with that.
Yeah.
Probably looks at this game and says, hey, man, there are opportunities for me to win this game and missed chances. It is what it is. Let's see if I can get a stop.
Undero
All right,
says
so-
you can't force a tie, can you? Can you do a forced tie?
I don't think so. How does Madros know that we can't do that, though? I can go see.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure you can force a tie, though.
Can you?
Yeah, because there's 3. Now that I think about it, when I hit the force thing, there's 3 options that come up, and I never paid
Isn't
attention
it home
to it. It's
away,
home away.
and none?
Oh,
Because there's no force.
There you go.
I would assume if it's going to be a tie, what they'll end up doing is just let the clock run. They'll just run it to the end. Take the tie. Stop.
I doubt it's going to be a tie. We haven't seen a quarter in which they. I mean,
Now
in
that you
overtime,
said
rules,
it.
would have ended.
Now you
with the
said
touchdown.
it. Jerk. So
We've
the
seen a
Redskins start with the
touchdown
ball.
every
This is essentially overtime. If you're just joining us, they are playing their overtime period. Watch the Redskins get the ball to start the overtime, even though it says third quarter. So touchdown wins it. Deep pass left side. The user didn't get there to the 44-yard line. And Bomber, I just go back to that interception that he threw at the 27-yard line. They had a chance to kick a field goal and go for a full touchdown.
One of the things is none.
Yeah, it's
I
none.
just thought maybe it
'Cause
was
there's no
tie.
force.
I mean, I
Yeah,
don't
there's no
remember.
force.
Wow.
Yep, home away and none. So you cannot force a tie. But, well, listen, they're just going to keep playing. 1st and 10. Handoff. Nothing doing
Well,
there.
you
Good
know
on
how
both
the actual simulation, the force works? It actually just runs a simulation in the game until it gets the desired results. I could imagine if tie was if there was no actual, it was just
Take a
simulate. I mean, how many would we go into for a tie?
A lot, because I've maybe seen one simulation tie.
I don't think I've ever seen one.
Fun fact. So when I was down in Austin for the testing event for this game back in April, when the game was far from finished, there was he's got a man deep down the field. Oh, he had a man so open, but takes the safety.
It's outside. He sets his feet, looks dead on that side of the field, then chucks it right down to the flat. I'm not knocking you for it, Alan Ritchie. I just thought you were taking a shot on the post.
So we were down there, and in the early version of the game, when there wasn't even really gameplay yet, we were running a bunch of simulations to test out stats, and ended up with, I think in a season, like 9 ties. Like, it was just, the simulation was set like that. So.
Oh, it was okay. So that's probably where I've never seen it on the finished
That's
product
that's the
before.
only place I've seen it.
Yeah.
3rd and 2 for the Washington Redskins. Overtime period, 10-10 the score, driving back to pass. Alan Ritchie, he's got a man over the top. Oh, he put some air under it.
Oh,
he's got it.
to the end
10-5, down to the 3-yard line. What a throw from Alan Ritchie. The Redskins couldn't punch it in before, but they are now 3 yards away from coming up, Bomber, with a huge victory over the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, being in the hard flat right there really put a lot of pressure on this defense
I'm
on
surprised
that
he was
left
hard
side of the
flat now.
field.
I know you don't want to give up
that's
a third
a little
too,
aggressive when you're trying to play against a touchdown really right now.
But
Don't throw a
Ritchie dropped
pick here.
back, great block on the outside. He's going to take an intentional grounding.
Gosh, he doesn't want to end this game. Why not just run the ball there? Something outside.
I want to point out, Nemo's not invited to Virginia Beach anymore. He's out. He can't come to Virginia Beach.
Still keeping your money though.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a non-refundable deposit. 2nd and
The
goal.
non-refundable deposit.
Alan Ritchie dropping back to pass on 2nd down, steps up, looks over left side, has a man just sitting there, and gets it back to the 7-yard line. So the unforced error ends up with a 3rd and goal from the 7.
5-1-8 hook. You've seen a lot of curl concepts against these zones. I like it. Stepping up in the pocket, finding a curl, hitting them, just picking up the yards, sitting right in between the soft spot of the zone. I like the pitch and catch there. Alan Ritchie finding his man. Now they're at the 7-yard line. You need a big play. This is Jordan Reed territory. Number 86, watching tight end position here for the Washington Redskins. He's older. He's 31, 32 years old right now, but he can still make the play.
2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Ritchie under center. He's got both wide receivers over on the right side, dropping back to pass. 4-man rush from the Cowboys. Looking back at the end zone, high pass. That was an absolutely god-awful read, and he's lucky it's not picked off.
Yeah,
I'm calling it right now, Cowboys.
Something about
Cowboys
this division and throwing the high pass in the end zone, very risky. We saw it with the Dallas Cowboys earlier. We've seen it with the New York Giants. Before half, they just will lob it up there, and right there, the Redskins. Those are not good passes, and they probably get picked 6 out of 10 times, get batted down the 3 out of the other. I mean, so it's a 10% kind of throw there. At that point, just very high risk for a for a low reward. How great has 22 been? Reggie Billis been on.
Cowboys are going to win this game. I'm calling it right now. This game's over. Cowboys.
So you got all your faith in the team that you spend all your time saying that they can't win the big game. This ain't a big game.
Can't win the big game. This ain't a big game. This is. They have played. Oh, the Washington Redskins have controlled TOP. They have played well at times, but decisions like that, the intentional grounding, just they don't have what it takes to win the game. Zeke Elliott's going to get 10 yards and more and more and. Aha! I kick you in the head as I go by. First down at the 48.
Yeah, you're wondering on that. Why risk the hurdle there, making a big play down to the 48-yard line? As we said, a field goal ties it. It doesn't make it a tie. We still got 3 minutes left.
Double A says isn't
touchdown
overtime 4 minutes. Hey, Double A, don't be a fun killer, okay? They're playing a full overtime period. Deep breath.
And he got the ball to start the.
Yeah, it is. Zeke Elliott.
He just gave him the ball.
Right side 30-25 juke move, and then he falls forward / to the left to the 23-yard line. Yeah. They're playing the full period because since there was no coin toss to start the second half, Nemo got the ball. And Serb in the chat saying knee explosion 11 weeks. I haven't seen the knee explosion yet. 1st and 10. Parker Sheffield drop back. He's got A wide open. He's got what do I know? Touchdown Cowboys. Call it. Book it. Nostra OSU made the call. The Dallas Cowboys have won this game.
And he did it
within
within 4 minutes. He did it within 4
Hey,
minutes.
Double A, 4 minutes those.
Yeah, it was 39 seconds still left on the
You don't have
clock.
to kick the extra point.
Gave him the ball first like a gentleman, and then took the ball and went home. That's the game time right there. Dallas Cowboys going to defeat the Washington Redskins. It's going to be a 23 to.
It doesn't matter. It's going to end up
19 game?
Yeah, force win, so whatever that ends up being. But yeah, they end up winning by 4. So Dallas comes away, escapes with a win against the Washington Redskins. Redskins will drop to 5-3 on the season. The Cowboys will go to 6-1. As for the Titans and Colts game, which ended about 45 minutes ago, but really ended about the end of the first quarter, the Colts take the lead in the AFC South. Couple things before we get out of here. Don't forget.
We're also going to rate somebody too.
Yeah, we're going to rate somebody.
So guys, stay around. Don't leave just yet. Let's
Saturday
show some NBL support.
night showcase. Big AFC West matchup. Broncos and Chiefs. Can the Broncos get a marquee win? Can the Chiefs continue their reign at the top of the AFC West? Saturday night, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Not 9 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock Eastern time. Right here. Twitch.tv/NBL Network. Also, don't forget, tomorrow night I'll be calling Friday Night Football presented by Mudhead, sponsored by Grubhub. That's at 8 o'clock Eastern time over at twitch.tv/MuttheadTV. We'll post that all on the network Twitter. I'll be there all day tomorrow. So 4 hours, $1,000 tournament. Winner takes all. 32-man single elimination salary cap. Should be a lot of fun. 2 really good games today. Well, 1 really good game today, and we got 6 quarters of it. So I'll say 2 really good games of it. Let's find somebody to raid. How about that? Stick around for the raid. Who we got streaming right now?
I know DK Nice follows us. He's sitting at 51 right now. D Croft, I don't really know him. You know him.
I know we read D Croft. Is he streaming right now? Where's he at?
You met him at the championships, or?
Yeah, I think that's where we met. Is he streaming? Yeah,
thought he was.
Yep, he's playing. Let me see if there's anybody else. Yeah, we'll raid D Croft. I like D Croft. Good guy.
Not sure who Madden School is.
They're on a squad tournament right now. I don't know who runs them. But let's go.
I've seen the logo before. Yeah, just not really familiar with that.
So stick around. We're gonna raid D Croft. Just don't forget, put your MBL emotes in the chat. I'm gonna start the raid, but we're not gonna raid him just yet. Just get people ready to raid. Don't forget, Saturday night showcase, 8 o'clock Eastern time, twitch.tv/NBL Network. Tomorrow night, we got Friday Night Football. I'll be down there. That's at twitch.tv/MudheadTV. And then Commissioner Corner podcast coming up on Saturday. That's going to be over on YouTube, youtube.com/Madden Bomber League. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us for NBL Live Broadcast 277. And we're going to get out of here. Have a great weekend. We hope to see you throughout all the program. We're going to be on this particular weekend. For my co-host, Bomber, I am OSU. Thank you so much for tuning in to NBL Live. We'll see you next time right here, twitch.tv/NBL Network. Throw your NBL emotes in the chat to D Croft. Let him know we're raiding them as we head over there.